Malaysia is one of the world's multicultural and multilingual nations, consisting of Malays, Bumiputra, Orang Asli, Chinese, Indians and Eurasians. But like many other countries, we do have our own types of racial stereotypes. We choose on the topic of racism and the stereotypes and prejudices towards many races of Malaysia. We will put our research based on our media analysis and some news reports based on this matter. Do note that we are against racism, but we have realized that our society has been constructed with the hatred statement that one race is superior rather than other races, which is wrong and should be corrected. So without further ado, let's begin. One of the well-known Malay stereotypes is that Malays are lazy. Even our former Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad said that too. Based on a report by Afidah Madruski and Don Chan of the New Straits Times, he said that the Malays lack mastery of the knowledge and information needed to make good decisions. I dare to say that we are lazy. We like to hand over our jobs to other people. Some commentaries from patrons of Malaysia kini are trying to break this stereotype with their own statements. One of Malaysia kini's patrons, Pegasus, says that Malays are not lazy. Many of them work hard delivering food for us 15 hours a day, 7 days a week. He also criticized the Malaysia's nationalistic education system that makes the Malay generation's lives messed up. YTMQ, also one of Malaysia kini's patrons, said that Malays in the private sector and those who are running businesses without government support are smart and hardworking. YTMQ also criticized Tun Mahathir's own policies as racist and lazy. Other Malay stereotypes shown, such as the Malays are drug addicts, specifically ketom leaves and glue sniffing, and it's unfortunately true. Based on statistics by the AADK through a news report from The Star, over 80% of the drug addicts are Malays, with 73.4% of them being youths between the ages of 19 and 39. Their statistics also shows that a majority of glue sniffers were teenagers. In my opinion, one of the Chinese stereotypes that comes to my mind is they can't speak our national language Malay. They also didn't like to mingle with other races. These videos from Apek China and World of Buzz will prove you that these stereotypes were totally wrong.
Orang Cina adalah rasis dan benci orang Melayu.
No. Ini tidak tepat sekali. Orang Cina hanya menolak mereka yang korup, termasuklah orang Cina diri sendiri.
Setiap orang Cina di Malaysia 100% mempunyai hubungan yang erat dengan kawan Melayu dan India. Dan ada juga orang Cina yang berasa berkawan dengan orang Melayu dan India adalah lebih baik.
Kalau anda terjumpa dengan seorang Cina di Malaysia yang betul-betul benci orang Melayu sebab dia orang Melayu, dia hanya 0.00001 saja dan sila panggil dia resis.
Hanya segelintir orang Cina pandai bercakap dalam bahasa Malaysia.
Sejak puluhan tahun lalu, bahasa Malaysia adalah bahasa wajib dalam semua sekolah Cina, termasuk sekolah rendah, sekolah menengah jenis kebahasaan dan juga sekolah menengah persendirian yang menduduki UEC. Hampir 90% orang Cina di Malaysia fasih bercakap dalam bahasa Malaysia.
Aku seorang Cina, tapi aku boleh cakap bahasa Melayu. Jangan kerana seorang Cina tak boleh cakap Melayu, kamu label semua Cina tak boleh cakap Melayu. If you think Chinese cannot speak Malay, that's because you don't have enough Chinese friends. Jangan kerana setitik ni lah rosak susu sebelanga.
Aku boleh cakap Malay, tapi tak fluent lah. At least I understand what Najib said, okay? Malu apa bosku?
Sebenarnya kebanyakan orang Cina di Malaysia adalah lebih fasih dalam bahasa Malaysia daripada bahasa Inggeris, kecuali mereka yang duduk di bandar dan dididik dalam bahasa Inggeris sejak kecil. Majoriti orang Cina pula memanggil golongan orang Cina ini sebagai pisang sebab kulit kuning isi putih.
Indians are all heavy drinkers, robbers and always smelly. These are the most famous stereotypes that Malaysian Indians are tired of hearing about. Another video from World of Buzz interviews some random idiots to break those stereotypes with their own opinions.
It's not Indian odor, it's typical body odor that everyone has. Do I smell like an Indian?
I haven't done any scientific experiments on body odor amongst races yet.
We don't rob people, alright? Robbers are a breed of their own. They do not belong to any race. We don't all drink alcohol.
I don't even drink alcohol.
No, not all Indians have high tolerances to alcohol. It's fairly high. It's fairly high compared to a lot of my other local friends.
There is this impression that if you're dark skinned, you're not beautiful.
People who are darker are perceived to be uglier, you know?
Look at you, you're so dark now.
Just can't like differentiate people based on their color because I have like the nicest friends who are so dark.
Where if you're dark, you're not beautiful. So I have a lot of dark skinned friends who are beautiful on the outside and the inside. So yeah, I think for people to really pinpoint your complexion and say like, oh, you're Indian, you're dark skinned, and because of that you are of a different standard compared to other people, I think that is stupid.
We are us. We have to be proud of the way that we are. We're not as scary as you think.
Malaysia, food. Think about it.
We may look scary, and I understand that, but we're people. We're Malaysians. We're you.
Just because many continue their past way of life, they assume to be backwards, uncivilized and uneducated. The thing is, Malays and many Orang Asli tribes are so similar that Orang Asli who have integrated themselves into mainstream Malaysian society are assumed by many people to be Malay. The thing is that the socially integrated Orang Asli who get the same rights as Malays and East Malaysian native ethnicities but often denied by it. They are often derided with the same kind of prejudices directed to Malays, and they are assumed to be lazy, rent-seeking, simplistic and narrow-minded rebels.
The Sabahans and Sarawakians in Malaysia, or in other words, Bumiputras, goes through many stereotypes as well. The common stereotypes and questions that Sabahans and Sarawakians always get is, how are you from Malaysia? Where did you come from? Are you not from another country? Another stereotype that's always put on them is that they live in a tree, they live under a tree, and that they don't actually live in real homes, which is a common misconception. People assume that they talk the same way as Indonesians talk, which is completely wrong because Sabahan language and Indonesian language is two different things. Sabahans and Sarawakians are very nice people. You can easily make a connection with them and mingle with them. They are super open and they're also very, very understanding, which far more better than people in KL. And not only that, but they are the most humble people.
The mindset of a Malaysian society requires a shift, one that requires communication and exposure to each other instead of huddling together in our own bubbles. For example, if you're a rental owner facing an inquiring candidate of a different race, start a dialogue. Ask about their lifestyle preference before you immediately reject them. You will find that there are Malays that drink alcohol and eat pork. You'll find Indians that are completely vegetarian and Indians that love beef. The main point is, whether if it's home rentals, job hiring, or even just making friends, judge a person based on their individuality as a whole, and do not judge them based on just one facet of who they are.